So in this video, I'm going to give you a framework to discover the stories your numbers tell us. Let's start with some example. So, what I invite you to do is look at your last 3 months website visitors data, look at those numbers, get your revenue numbers, get your number of orders, number of customers, and then calculate your average revenue per user and your conversion rate. Do that for the last 3 months, and then let's start asking some questions to discover the stories. So the first principle is never look at a number in isolation. Always have a sequence of numbers, and that's why we are looking at 3 months data, and that's why we are looking at multiple factors. Now, ask, is there an order in which these numbers happen? Is there a funnel? Is there a sequence or a process in these numbers? Does something need to happen before the other thing can happen? So that's the next step. Find the order or the sequence. Then ask yourself a question: can I establish some kind of linkage or relationship between these numbers? If my visitors go up, will my conversion rate go up or down? If my average revenue per user goes up, how is that related to my visitors count? So look at different numbers and try to establish and discover relationship between these numbers. Once you've done that, try to find out if there is a cause and effect relationship. Higher number of visitors, does it always lead to higher number of orders or sales? What happens if there is a 10% increase or decrease in any of the numbers? How does the other number reflect after these increase or decrease? Then try to find out the impact of time. How do these numbers change based on time? There could be patterns as well. The numbers may be better in the weekdays and then dip on the weekends. So try to find out patterns also. Great. So what we've done is we've collected a series of numbers, then we've tried to put them in order. We try to establish a relationship between them. We've tried to see if there is a cause and effect relationship between them. And we've tried to see what is the impact of time on it. Alright. So now I would like you to do 2 more things. One is a forecast. See how you want these numbers to look like 3 months hence, and pick up any number and try to forecast that number for you. Then see what is the impact on the other numbers. If you have a goal of sales, for example, and say, okay, this is the sales that you want, then how do the other numbers have to turn out for that sale to happen? Do that exercise and you will start discovering patterns and stories behind your numbers. It's just getting started, right? This is just getting warmed up into looking at the numbers. But as you look at numbers from different perspectives, you try to change these different attributes, you will start discovering stories behind them. I'll follow up with more later on, but I think this is good enough to get you started.